everybody. Come on in. Let me get that out of there. There we go. How's everybody doing today? I'll give it a few minutes for everybody to get in here. Oh, he threw his bike on the street right there. So, let's talk some about Gloria Huerta, the homicide investigation, and I won't throw no names out there. I'm not going to put the names out there, but as it has been told, there's at least 6 people that are involved in her disappearance / homicide. You know? I got a message right here. It says you two were together. Is she dead? Yeah, her landlord shot at me and Scrappy and her. Oh well, sorry. One got out there. And then it says WTF. And she is dead? Is dude in jail? No, he's not. And it was stated right there that it was her landlord. Most people that have been following this knows who her landlord was. Almost everybody out there will know who her landlord was. But right there it is stated, and I read that from a straight text where they say the landlord shot at that person, another person, and her. But we do know that there's a big old ring. We also know that she messaged an individual, and that individual says, hey, I'm off today. And says, I'll pick you up. And then I was also told that that individual that stated that also was the last one to see her when she was dropped off at the location where the homicide is said to have taken place. So, I mean, there's a lot of information that's out there that I won't release until I do talk to the homicide division, because I don't want to impede on their investigation. Hey Steve, I know you're on right now. Can you punch up the date and everything when this happened, please? Because I'm driving. And I also know that that's very easy to take care of. block and ban that man. I don't have time for that.
It's done.
Have a good one. Enjoy another page. Usually the people that say stuff like that are the people that's out committing the crimes, but whatever. God bless you. But there's been a lot of information to go around about Gloria Huerta, including the fact that after she disappeared, one of her credit cards, I won't discuss what kind it was used at a couple locations after she disappeared. Because I'm not going to put that pertinent information out there, but it was used. Yeah. And all that information was turned over to Homicide also. Because that was a tip that I received. Yeah, it's been a year, a little over a year, that she disappeared. And, you know, I know at least a couple of the people that are involved in this situation with Gloria Huerta. I know you watch my channel. And, you know, just remember, everything comes to light. No matter what it is, it's gonna come out. In regards to the cards and so forth, I can't discuss any more of that, you know, but it's factual that her cards were used. So, whoever used them cards, I mean, you're gonna wind up as a suspect in this case also. And they know who they are. And they know that they used them in 2 separate towns. You know, it's... a lot of people don't, you know, a lot of people think that it's going to go cold. I don't think it's going to go cold because there's a lot of information out there. And there's a lot of people that when it gets talked about like this, they get scared. And they should be scared because eventually somebody's going to come forward and they're going to say, hey, I was there. Hey, I saw it. And that means the whole little train wreck is going to come. And they're all going to get caught up. All it takes is one. And here's the thing with homicide investigations too, folks. I'll put this out there. The first one to come forward and talk to homicide and give it up, guess what? that's going to be the individual that is going to do the least amount of time. But somebody's going to wind up coming forward. And I mean, I've already heard 100 times how it happened, why it happened. And if I heard it, Homicide's gonna hear it. And I know some people don't like the fact that I talk about this, but guess what? I'm going to. My brother was murdered. No family should have to go through this. No family should ever have to go through this. You know, there's a lot of people out there that know what happened. And there's at least 6 people that were there. And somebody is going to wind up coming forward. If they don't come forward, every one of them will wind up with a life sentence. So, yeah, this is about Gloria Huerta and her disappearance / homicide. For the individuals involved with this, I'll tell you this. Just remember, 25 to life without the possibility of parole, or possibilities of getting parole. Which one sounds better to you? And in prison, they don't really like female killers, just like they don't like children killers. There is a reward. There's a reward, if I'm correct, it's $20,000 right now. Oh, I know, Marlene, I know AV Watchman 100%. We actually work together. We both. Oh, are we back? Are we back? What George said?
Somebody offered to pay for the shots from RG Center.
Oh, yeah. He already did it. It is a small community out there, and people are talking. People are talking, that's 100%. But there's a lot of information that hasn't came out yet that I'm thinking I'm going to have to go over and sit down with Steve, and we'll do it live together. Because there's a lot of information we're not putting out that we know. And if we know it, do they honestly think Homicide doesn't know? Come on. We're going to be the last ones to hear. Homicide's going to be the first ones, because somebody is going to want to collect that $20,000. somebody's going to want to collect it, or somebody is going to want that deal that's not going to put them in prison for the rest of their life. If I've seen text messages and I've heard audio, come on, man. Do y'all really think that people haven't sent that to Homicide? I'm just getting a little snippet of what's out there. No, they have not found her, but there's a lot of information coming up right now that eventually somebody is gonna wind up talking. Somebody's gonna talk, and I tell you what, it's gonna be somebody that doesn't want to go to prison for the rest of their life. So my question is, which one of you 6 people that know exactly what happened to Gloria Huerta doesn't want to go to prison for the rest of your life? Who doesn't want to go to prison for the rest of your life? Because it's going to happen. You may think you're not going to get caught, but there's way too much information out there, folks. I mean, I could probably call right now down to Homicide and talk to Homicide and ask them for information, and I bet you they could give me more information than I even have right now from Homicide. So it's a matter of time. It's a matter of time, folks. You know, but people going around, you know, text message saying that it was her landlord that shot her and shot at 2 other people, and that she was dead and he was not in jail. That's some very, very incriminating evidence. For anybody just coming on, we're talking about the disappearance and homicide investigation of Gloria Huerta that went disappearing. She disappeared August 3rd of 2020. So it's been 1 year and 1 week. And it wound up going from a missing persons to a homicide investigation because of all the talk that's on the streets. I mean, we even heard about the supposed love triangle that was happening out there, and that's part of the reason for the whole outcome. I don't care who it is. You know, somebody needs to come forward. The family needs closure. The friends need closure. And they need justice. Yeah, somebody does need to step up to the plate. I mean, we have a whole list of names, but being a news entity I have to go by the facts. But we have actually a list of the names of the supposed people involved. But I can't publish that. But you're guaranteed one thing. As soon as I see a list with these people put down as suspects, you best believe I'm gonna publish it. I mean, really, how many people, hi Rose, how many people on here would not want answers if their child went missing? Everybody would want answers. Well, if they put them out there as suspects, then it becomes factual. And we go off of facts here. And the fact is we have audio with an individual that had told her he was going to kill her. And we also have factual evidence here showing where somebody stated about the shooting occurring at the location. So that's why we're here today, folks. The fact is we can't allow people to go around murdering people and walk the streets like it never happened. I know some people some people don't want us covering stuff like this, trust me. Some people have threatened me over a couple of missing persons cases in the Antelope Valley. I would want somebody covering it to make sure that whoever did whatever it was to my loved one was brought to justice. I've been out by the location where everything was said to have been done. I've got video of that location. You know, I have a battle ahead of me coming real soon. Because we were told that my brother committed suicide. He didn't commit suicide. It was homicide. And this goes out to Honolulu PD. I'm coming. I want answers. I want the names of all that were involved that day with my brother's case. There's too many flaws. You guys didn't cover well. But no, the missing toddlers were never found in Cal City, not yet. But this one today is about Gloria Huerta and her whereabouts and bringing the individuals to justice. Families need justice. They need closure. You know, I understand how it feels. I truly understand. I hope I don't lose you here soon, folks, because we're hitting that area. If we do, just stick around for a minute. We'll be back on. You know, it's just this area we lose connection sometimes. But I mean, the facts are Gloria was taken to a certain location by a certain individual that lives in Palmdale. She was taken just outside of Palmdale to a location, I think it's considered Little Rock. And that's where her disappearance was supposed to have happened. And the individuals that are involved in this are actually pretty well known in the Antelope Valley. They're fairly well known. You know? One of the reasons it was stated that this also happened was over a stolen handgun. How stolen was that stolen handgun? Where did it come from? I think I know. You know? Some people said it was a setup. Well, who set who up? The murder suspect set her up, maybe? That's what I would be thinking. And hey, I tell you what. I will say this much. You know, here's the thing that a lot of people don't look at also. If it was a setup, think about this. If it was a setup, that now becomes premeditated murder. Which, what does premeditated murder carry in the state of California? You're not going home.
Rose asked, when did they find her dead?
But it is definitely a homicide investigation. And I'm going to guess there's probably maybe 2 or 3 people out of those 6 people that did not know about the premeditated murder part. And premeditated murder of a female. I don't want to be that man when he gets through the prison doors. Premeditated is usually life without the possibility of parole. It used to be death row, which I think they should bring back. Yeah, accessory is definitely a lesser crime, lesser time. But if they have to prosecute you and you were there and you covered it up, you ain't going for accessory no more. You're going for homicide. And I would say good luck trying to prove to a jury that you're innocent of that when you help cover it up. That's only my thoughts. You know, I do know both sides of the streets here. I've been on both sides, folks. I've had my run-in with law enforcement before. Had to deal with some of the people that these people are going to have to deal with when they get locked up. And they may wind up running into somebody from their circle in there. You know, none of us were innocent. I tell you what, somebody gonna wind up doing a lot of time over this, and I got a feeling it's not only gonna be 1 or 2 people. I got a feeling it's gonna be all 6, because they're going to try and cover it until it's too late, and then they're just going to get arrested and prosecuted. But that, folks, yeah, there's 6 people, at least 6 people that are involved. And I've actually met a couple. And I know a couple people that know what happened, because some of the people have already ran their mouths out in public about the situation. So if they've talked about it to individuals, they've talked about it to homicide. They've talked about it to OSS. They've talked about it to the gang unit. They've talked about it to the detectives. I can't wait to hear that there's a list out there of suspects. And I would suggest, if you are a part of it and you don't want to wind up doing life in prison, pick up your phone and call the Homicide Division. Los Angeles County Sheriff's Department Homicide Division. Or call 911 and tell them you want help if you feel you need protection. Because the day's going to come that everybody's going to wind up with those nice shiny bracelets. Well, some of them aren't shiny anymore. Some of them like the flat black look now. The situation is about Gloria Huerta that went missing a little over a year ago, and then it wound up a homicide investigation because it was said that a few different people had done something to her. It was stated that she was actually stabbed, shot, amongst other things. And the people need to be brought in and give the family closure and justice for her homicide. That's the gist of it. And I know somebody out there, I know a few of them watch here. You know, we're very well known in the Antelope Valley. A lot of people watch our channel. And I know at least one of them is going to see this. And I'm pretty sure the individuals that use the cards at a couple stores, that wasn't the smartest thing to do. Yes, if you know something, say something. If you know something and you don't say something and you were there, plan on going to prison, because somebody is going to tell on you. And that's a fact. You took somebody's child's life, you took a mother's life. Justice will be served. But folks, I'm about ready to drop down into the valley where everybody drives like crap, excuse my French, but everybody drives like crap down here. So I'm literally gonna sign off in a minute. But if anybody, and if you don't want to go to the cops, if you're afraid, you can message me at 661-456-6978. You can call me at that number. You can email me at avnewscrew@yahoo.com. You can, we are talking about Gloria Huerta and her disappearance photos. And as far as a fight with Benny and Doug, I don't know. I do not have the time to even think about that. We have too many missing people. including a deputy from Palmdale from 1998. We will update with photos and everything later on today. But remember, everybody, if you want to give information, you can call 911, call Homicide, or you can call us at 661-456-6978, or you can message us. Email us at avnewscrew@yahoo.com. That's avnewscrew@yahoo.com. Ooh, that's a big bump there, huh, folks? And the phone number. But everybody, God bless everybody. Please, if you know something, say something. If you want to be anonymous, you can be anonymous. And we will post information later today for everybody to go on and look at it, you know, see the face. And maybe you saw her before, you know, but we need to bring closure on this one. The family needs closure. Just like on Monique Figueroa, just like Officer Roger, I think Michelle O'Keefe, you know, those are four just from the Antelope Valley area. So everybody, I'm gonna start driving in bumper traffic in a minute. God bless you all. We'll talk to you all soon. I'll go live on the way home again, and we'll see what we talk about then. God bless you all. We love you all. Thank you. Thank you to everybody for being a part of this. If you want to support us, you can go to our page and you can support us. We have a couple different options. You can do a one-time, you can do a monthly to help us continue to do what we do. As we have support, it makes it easier for us to do a lot more. Everybody, God bless you. Have a blessed day. We'll talk to you all very soon.